Hello and welcome to the Fastvincent interview with SuperJeannot and Jacktherippa.
Hi guys.
Welcome all of you.
Yo.
Introduce yourself, Vincent.
Hello, I am FASTVINCENT1. I make 2B2T videos that I've been playing since late 2016. Very cool.
Yes, that's a long time, isn't it, John?
Yeah, very long time indeed, Jack.
Oh, I know. I'm being sarcastic, but like in all honesty, it really has become a long time. It's 6 years now. So like,
Yeah.
man, I can't believe that. But hey, that's how it is. Time passes whether you like it or not.
Indeed.
So yes.
True.
So I've divided this interview in multiple parts. The first one will be about YouTube. So the first question is about the origins of your YouTube channel, your inspiration to make YouTube content, and then what inspired you to make 2B2T content.
Alright, so I first started YouTube back in like, I don't even know, like 2012 or something like that. First, do you guys know who Fred is? Like, what was it?
Fred who?
I'm trying to think. Like, he was a YouTuber back then, but he had like a high-pitched voice.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but YouTube was such a wild, unpredictable time, or predictable platform back in that time. I don't really remember who was what.
Yeah, so, yeah, his name was Fred. So I wanted to do videos like Fred. So if you go back to my first video, I have like I don't even know what it's called. It was like Vincent acts like hobo, crazy, fat, or something like that. So I would just like run around, just like try to have a high pitched voice, stuff like that. And yeah, it didn't
Right.
work out too well. So I would do other stuff. I would try to do like what was it, like reenactment stuff. I don't know. There's like one that's called like Attack of the Angry Birds or something like that. But yeah, eventually I found Minecraft from like SkyTheRippa.
What?
Or, oh, what the heck am I talking? SkyTheRippa, Sky the Kid RS, Sky does Minecraft.
I does Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew who you meant, but like I was just like, what on earth?
SkyTheRippa.
Was there really a Sky there? No, that can't have happened. No, I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes, Sky does Minecraft. I remember him. Everybody wanted to be Sky does Minecraft, and good lord, does that man have skeletons in his closet?
yeah. But anyway, I found Minecraft from those people, and then
Okay.
eventually, I know I would make like survival games videos, stuff like that. And there was this server called MCSG. This was from a person or a YouTuber called Zexy. Oh my god, Zexy Zek. He used to make like yeah, like trolling videos on his server.
That
So I
sounds
would join from
familiar.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So eventually I would do videos on that server, like factions and stuff like that. That's where I met my friends on there that I still talk to this day. That's like in 2015.
Oh man.
So yeah.
All
And
the,
then
all the
yep.
PvP faction videos from 2015.
Yeah, like I don't even know. So like they're from 2015. We had like wars on there and stuff like that. Similar to 2B2T kinda.
I feel like every kids on the world made at some point all the video on PvP faction server when on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I did, you did.
Well,
Yeah.
I was too old for factions by that point. I hated factions, but I could see the appeal.
Yeah, like back then, like factions was actually kind of similar to 2B2T in a way. Like back then, like people like they didn't build those like like those faction walls where you'd like to have tons like 100 walls around your base.
Ah.
But like back then, like you would make like just castles and stuff like that. Now like
exactly. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
a meaningful base.
Yeah, at the time today on PvP faction you saw massive obsidian towers with highly secure base, but at the time we didn't know. We just builded the house, castle. Yeah,
exactly like sky bases,
I
stuff
see.
like that. But yeah, eventually, after Sexy Zach, after that era, I would go on to like other stuff. Like I tried to do like what was it, Gary's mod, like trolling on there, or like what else, like VR chat, and I would just do like random videos and stuff like that until like 2016, where I the Fit MC made a video, Rusher made a video about
Ah,
2B2T,
right.
and I was like, this is a pretty cool server, why not just join it? So yeah, after that I would play on the server, and up until 2019 I was thinking about like making videos about 2B2T, like because Barondome, he made videos about like like the history of like 2B2T. I was like, maybe I could do something similar to that. So like
Right.
I would first start with the overall water cube video. That was my first 2B2T history video, and like that video was not very accurate. Like I think only like it was like only like 5 minutes long or something like that. But like there was a lot of feedback in the comments. I was like, maybe I can make it better. So I would just like ask people on the server about like old players, I guess. So like for the next video, I think it was like the history of 2B2T, which was like a 20-minute plus video or something like that. And like that video, that's where I started to message older players on the server, like Cereal6, XCC2 definitely. Like he was the one who helped a lot for a video.
Oh yeah. He's a good source of info. He's been around like beyond everybody else.
Yeah. So after that video, I would just keep on making weekly videos about older bases. I would ask XCC2 a lot. Like I mean a lot. Like almost every video about like each base of like older bases back then. I would ask him. Eventually I asked other older players like Jack, like I would just try to contact a lot of older players for like information about these videos to make it as accurate as possible. And yeah, just kept making videos weekly, and then eventually I went to like 2 videos a month, and yeah, pretty much the YouTube thing. I
Okay.
guess.
Now we're gonna talk about your channel today. Also your appearance. I want to talk about your podcast. You have a channel called Fastcast, and you made some appearance on the Anarchy podcast channel. What can you told us about this subject?
Yeah, so for like the Anarchy podcast, that was like, I think that the other owner was Super, right?
Ah,
So like,
yes.
yeah, so like the reason why I became the host of the Anarchy podcast was because Super was going to college, so he was looking for other people to like become the host. So it was like between 2 people. It was like someone else and then me, but he chose me because I was making videos about 2B2T. So I'll become the host of the Anarchy podcast, and then Super just he didn't like respond for a while, so I would just make the Fastcast, and then I would just pretty much do the same thing with the Fastcast, like just get players on there, tell their stories, pretty much. But like yeah, like I don't know, I haven't posted in like like 5 months on there because I don't know, I was yeah, I mean like Dig is doing like the Digcast, right?
Yes,
But
I
yeah.
just went on the Digcast. He's doing a good job at that.
Yeah. It's like yeah, I think like Dig is better with the podcast than I am. Like I'm not really that good with like asking questions and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you have projects on your channel like regarding? Recently, you made a video about the 2B2T alternatives. Do you have plan to make more videos about the anarchy community in general and not only on 2B2T?
Yeah, I plan to make another alternatives video. Like I want to like do videos about like I don't know, maybe like Sim PvP one day, maybe Constantium. Because a lot of those servers have a lot of history on there, the same as 2B2T. So I think that'll be pretty interesting to talk about.
I wouldn't mind hearing about more of the other. I know SimPvP especially has been around for ages. There are thousands of players who've contributed to those servers. So yes, their histories should be told on the same level as 2B2Ts.
Yeah, because especially like on Constantium, like a lot of older players on 2B2T have joined that server, so it would be like pretty much like the same thing, but like just like a different server.
Right. And
Oh, yeah.
then, all right. And so your projects after 2B2T, anything else? If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing anything other than 2B2T or Minecraft even?
So like I have like another phase I want to do. It was like I want to make another channel where I tell like history told in Minecraft, like the same camera shots pretty much, like all like how I'm doing
Ah.
Minecraft, but like just real life history, I guess, like maybe like wars or like like castles or something like that, like back then,
Aha.
medieval stuff.
Oh,
I think it'd be cool.
seems yeah, seems very cool. Do you have already any ideas of what topics do you want to make in a video?
I want to do pretty much like story, like I'm like maybe like older castles or something like that, because like that'll be very similar to 2B2T in a way, like where like you can like
Yeah,
get the information, have like players, or not players, people, like their history and that location, tell the stories there. I think that'd be pretty interesting and very similar to how you would like talk about 2B2T.
yeah, I see. But wouldn't it be too hard to get, like, for example, for TrueBTT, if you tell the history of a place, you have the map of the place, and this will be hard to get
Right,
the map of
yes.
the, for example, a specific castle or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I
Ooh.
was thinking. Like you can probably just remake it in Minecraft. Like no, I was like
could
you
go-
look at pictures and then like just reenact it or rebuild it.
You could make a decent alternative or decent copy of it in Minecraft. Most people do stuff like that anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find a map of anything. I think.
Usually.
So yeah,
So
that's like
I want to say 2 years ago. I might be wrong, but you got some. Your channel was demonetized. Was demonetized by YouTube.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. Oh my god. Thanks. What can you tell us about this event?
okay. So yeah, like I don't even know. I think it was like a year and a half ago, but like yeah, my channel got demonetized. Like I woke up one day and then like I got like an email from like YouTube. It says like, yeah, your channel was demonetized for like I don't know what it was, but it was like there was a reason to it. And I was like, oh, what the heck? Why am I demonetized? So I went to the video. It was like a video from like I don't even know how long, like 2014 or something like that. That was like unlisted, or I think it was privated, but it was because of like what was it? What was it called? It was like the YouTube. What was it called? YouTube Rewind. Yeah, the YouTube Rewind. So I did an edit of the YouTube Rewind from back then, and like yeah, and like so I had like what was
Edgy
it,
things
Ninja?
on there.
Yeah, Ninja, and like the Twin Towers, stuff like that, and
Right.
like yeah. I think because like it was not like one, it was not just me, it was other people. It was like YouTube, they were doing like some like thing with like the Twin Towers. Like if you had Twin Towers in your footage or something like that, you would get demonetized.
Oh
It,
wow.
yeah, it was like other people as well. It was like so yeah, they fixed that like a few months after, like, or not a few months. It was like a month after. Because I was working on the video about Andrew Gill, I think. Yeah, Andrew Gill. And like yeah, I did delay the video for a little bit.
Oh man. See that scared me when that happened. I yanked all of my 2B2T videos for that exact reason. I deleted them simply because I knew that if they existed in any fashion, privated or not, YouTube can still see that and it'll ding you hard if you're
Yeah.
not careful.
And Fit
And
blurred his chat
yes.
on his old video.
Oh yeah. Well, that was inevitable.
Yeah. Because the chat at the time. Yes, still
Oh,
today,
lordy.
but it's not very YouTube friendly.
No.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't imagine
I
we'll
don't know why YouTube does that though. It's like I don't know
Oh,
why it has a problem now.
YouTube
Well,
has always had a sort of gray area interpretation of how they get you. They can get you any way they want to get you because their rules are so open-ended that anything they want for any reason can be the thing they want to get you with. And in your case, it was probably a bot or something
yeah,
that was just
Yeah.
messing around and got you. But that's enough for them, you know? They don't really care.
yeah,
Like
because
they don't care.
I guess if you're a brand, you're not really happy to see your brand advertised in a video where there is the N word that appears in the chat or a pinwheel in the background.
Right. And even if it's private, they still don't care.
Yeah,
It's all the same.
the bot don't really care if it's private or no, I guess. So,
Yeah.
how do you make a video? What's your motivation? How do you edit the video? How do you record it? How do you get
So
the info?
like for recording, basically, like back when I first started, I actually just used like players, like actors, like people I knew from Discord, and we would just go
Mm.
onto this server and like just like act out the scenes. Like it took a while. Like back then, oh my god, like each session was like 5 hours because people just kept like griefing stuff and like stuff like that, like try to delay. But it was chaos. But like we eventually did it. It got better, and then I found a mod called Blockbuster by McHorse, and like it basically just pretty much you can make your own actors, you can make your own camera shots. It records like you don't need to use like OBS to record it. It just records it automatically in Minecraft at 60 FPS. So like it was pretty much like the best mod for the recent videos. So like yeah, for that's how I do like Blockbuster or recording now, like stock footage. And for like information, I guess like for information, all I do is just like I look at like a thing I wanted to make. So let's say like I would want to make a video about like Moo Megabase, right? So I would message the people at Moo Megabase, like I would like ask them like or give them a question list basically, and then they'll answer, and then I'll make a script. I would send the script to them again to make sure everything was accurate, stuff like that. And then I would do voiceovers. I use Audacity for voiceovers. Back then, the voiceovers, I was not really good at doing voiceovers. Even now, like it usually takes me like 2 to like 3 hours to do voiceovers correctly. So I always just like stutter when I try to read a script or something sometimes. Like I don't know. For me, like reading a script is like very hard to do for some reason. But, like yeah. So yeah, for Audacity, I use Audacity for voiceovers. For editing, I use DaVinci Resolve. It's a free editing software. Like I've been using it the entire time ever since I started 2B2T content. But yeah, I've been using the free version ever since. It's very, very good. But yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, for editing, like the last video, the editing, I think my recent video about like 2BT alternatives, that was the hardest editing video ever. Like that took 2.5 days non-stop.
Oh lordy.
Yeah. So that was, but like for usually on average, editing only takes like 8 hours, I think. But like the recent video was really hard. But yeah.
So you edited it for 2 days straight, or do you
Yes. So
do you have
yeah.
time for college even though you're making a YouTube channel? How?
So basically, what I did was like for 2.5 days, I would edit, I would then work out, I would sleep, and then like for the 2.5 days, I didn't have any college work, so I would work out, sleep, edit, work out, sleep, edit. Pretty much, that's it.
Okay.
And so in the meantime, do you ever find a time to watch any 2BTT content or other creators of that nature?
I used to do that, but like I mean, like right now, like I would say like only me and Fit are pretty much only doing like 2B2T videos, I guess. Like Salsy
Right.
One, he's like doing like the pay to win thing. Like he has recently than 2B2T. But like, I don't know, because Barondome is gone now. Dig only does like the podcast. Like I would
Right.
say like only me and Fit are like the, like 2B2T content. But like
And
I don't.
Fit sucks all the oxygen out of the room. But that's how it is.
Yeah. Like for like, I don't really watch Fit that much. Like, I don't know. I think the last Fit video was like the Southern Canal video I watched. But I
Well,
don't
he
really
just
watch.
released something this morning on the Southern Canal being griefed or targeted.
Oh. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, like I don't really watch that much from Fit
Right.
unless it's like something like really, really like NoCom or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was everywhere.
But or like other YouTubers like what was his name? Peter. Peter, he's like another YouTuber. He's like a different language, but I helped him with like some history videos as well. He's doing really well. But yeah, those are like the only people I know that are making 2B2T content.
Speaking of 2B2T, we're gonna now talk about your history on the server. So the first question, when did you join the server?
So I joined late 2016 because of the epic Russia war, DMC Russia war. That was like, I think I would join the server. The server queue was like 1,000. I would wait for like a few hours, or like I don't even know, like 10 hours. I joined the server, found like a mob farm. I would die there, so I would join back a couple months later in like early 2017, and that's where I would go really far out, like to like a base, or not really. I was on a mega realm, or there's a server called a mega realm. There was a guy on there who played on 2B2T, and he, like I told him I played on there, and he would give me like a shulker at spawn, and then I would venture out to like a million blocks out to build a base. In eventually it was called Hamlet. But yeah, I would build like a house there, and eventually another player from a mega realm called Ender MQN. He actually joined the server like around the same time as me, and we would message each other saying like we should base together, stuff like that. So we would come to my base. He brought some shulkers, we got geared up. Eventually I found like a dupe stash, and I brought it to that base as well. And then I think around that time was when the chunk dupe was on the server. So Ender MQM would just dupe all of the stuff we had at that base. We had gapples, we had PvP kits, we had illegal items, player heads, stuff like that. And then after that, the base just we didn't do much. I think around that time, like after the chunk dupe, was when I started YouTube on 2B2T. Like I didn't really play 2B2T that much on the server when I was playing, or when I was doing YouTube videos. After that, like I would join Conquest, which was like a faction at spawn. They would do water, like they would fix spawn and stuff like that. But yeah, after Conquest, I would just do YouTube. But eventually in like 2019, or not 2019, recently, like 2021, is when Wazy, like the owner of Conquest, he came back, and we started Conquest again on the server. And our first project was like the 100 million obsidian square above spawn, which was recently finished like a week ago. So now there's like a huge, there's like a huge 100 million obsidian square above spawn now. And
Man,
yeah.
You're gonna make a video about it or something? I know you already made a video about teasing the project, and now that it's finished, you're gonna make something to announce that?
Yeah, like next Saturday will be out.
Okay.
Like there's like a whole thing. I already have like 100 gigabytes of footage for that video.
Okay.
Like,
Speaking
man, I look forward to it.
Speaking of Conquest, how is it to run the group? How was it to run the group back then? Sorry, and I think dealing with insiders before to prepare this interview, I watched the video of Cereal with No Milk, who insided Conquest. I want to say 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. So like back then, yeah, I think Conquest, like we would build bases back then. Like we built like bases for the members, and like for those bases, we didn't really expect them to like live or like thrive, because like those are like just pretty much public bases where like Conquest members would go. Like some of them did stay for a little bit, like for like a few months, but like yeah, they would occasionally get griefed. We would just build more and more. Eventually, like when Wazy left in like 2019, like the server or the group just like died. So like yeah, and then eventually Wazy came back, and then we did the project. Yeah, pretty much that happened.
What was your favorite year on 2B2T?
My favorite year, I'm trying to think. I would probably say like, I don't know, maybe like 20. I would say 2020 to 2021. I think that's like when like a lot of people were online during that time. It was pretty fun. We like, had a lot of projects, a lot of like players joining because of like COVID and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say that is the time frame I like.
Okay. And what's I don't know if you've known enough people or not throughout the years, but any particular, because I got asked this myself, and it's a hard question to ask. What if any player at all, who's the most respected player in your eyes? Who do you think that you look up to a lot?
Like throughout like the whole server, or like
Anyone you may have known, anyone you know of from history, anybody just in general, like somebody who just treated you well, and anyone you respect like greatly, who played 2B2T.
I think XCC2, because without XCC2, I wouldn't even be here, like at all.
Good point. Yeah.
Because like he's like, I don't even know what to say. He's just like a really good guy. Like he helped me with like all the questions for like the bases back then. He helped with like just like giving me information about like the 2B2T stuff like that. He was really like I don't know. XCC2 is like the person I think, which is a really nice guy. I look up to him.
Oh yeah. I can't blame you. I kind of look up to him too, although I had to say I looked up to Pyrobyte more personally, but XCC2 is definitely in second place for me. He's something else.
Yeah. He's still active as well. It's like,
oh yeah,
recently built like a base at spawn.
Yeah, I saw him logged yesterday, I think. So yes, he's pretty active still.
Yeah. So without him, I would even be making 2B2T videos probably at all. So yeah.
Fair enough.
And what's your favorite base on 2B2T?
Favorite base? Let's see. I would say Space Valkyria, like the first Space Valkyria. Like I think that video was really fun to make. I would also say like Bodecken. That was really cool. But like yeah, I would say those bases for like and also Crowbar's interdimensional bridge as well. Yeah, I think those are the nicest bases. But like for like the story of the base, I would say like Lonely Island. I would say that one was really interesting. It was very unique, I would say, and also like Andrew Gill's story as well.
Oh yeah, the creator of Boat Murdered.
Yeah,
he's been through a lot.
Yeah, like those are very interesting videos and stories I like talking about and hearing.
Okay, I don't have any more questions. Jack, maybe you still have some questions.
think asked everything that I could think of right now off the top of my head that I could feel is relevant enough. We've hit pretty well all the high points, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Any final closing thoughts or ideas, either of you?
I don't know.
Well, hey, and just remember, folks, Fit did nothing wrong.
Yes.
Or the camping rusher did nothing wrong. I don't know whichever's more inflammatory.
yes, yes, and don't forget to subscribe to our
Oh yes.
3 channels.
Oh yes, subscribe to FastVincent and SuperJeannot, and of course me, Jacktherippa.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Very cool, very good content.